Hey Aries, it's Erica with Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot, and this is your August new moon forecast for the new moon in Leo. It will be at almost 11 degrees Leo. I'm having a really hard time speaking today, y'all. But I have a couple of announcements that I want to get into before I get into the astrological placements for Aries Sun and Aries Rising. First, welcome, wow, and thank you to the now over 300 subscribers that have found this channel in the last month. I am humbled beyond words. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being here. I hope that you continue to enjoy these videos. Stick around. Yes, I do private readings. No, I am not doing them right now. I'm having issues with my bank. Saturn is transiting my second house, so this too shall pass, even if it feels like a kidney stone, and right now it does. Second announcement, there are going to be some videos linked below that are going to highlight the June new moon and the July new moon because they're mirroring. Sorry. I live near Barksdale Air Force Base, and they fly overhead sometimes, and right now they're flying overhead, so if it sounds like the world's coming to an end, it's just a B-52 flying overhead. Sorry. Okay, so the June and July new moons mirror what's going to be happening for this new moon. Pay particular attention to the Saturn square Neptune aspects that I've gone over in your different videos. And I'm also going to have a 1 degree Sagittarius vlog posted below because I spoke at length about the fixed star Antares, and that star will be playing prominently in the mid-month astrology. The third announcement that I have to make is I'm issuing an Astro Nerd alert. That's right, I did it. The next video series for the full moon that I'll be releasing is for an eclipse that we're going to be having at 25 degrees Aquarius on August 18th. And following that, in September, we're going to have a solar eclipse that's squaring Saturn. So that'll be highlighting issues of fear and guilt for us on the collective, but also individually as well. So, Aries, those are the announcements. I'll have all of this time-stamped. Once again, thank you so much for being here. My heart is aglow right now. I don't even know how to say thank you enough. I'll be right back, y'all. Hang tight. Hey, Aries. It's Erica. We're going to be having a new moon on August the 2nd in our 5th house because I'm an Aries sun. We'll have the sun, the moon, and Venus in the 5th house. The sun represents your life force, creative energy, and self-expression or will. The moon represents your response or intuition, and Venus is the planet that represents love, harmony, and beauty. The 5th house speaks to pleasure, social life, children, and creativity, and there will be an easy flow of energy from the 5th house to the 9th house. The sun will trine Saturn. Saturn's in your 9th house. The 9th house speaks to long-distance trips, adventure, higher education, religion, philosophy, legal system matters, and astrology. Saturn is a planet that represents limitation, structure, and containment. And from Saturn in your 9th house, there will be a square to Neptune in your 12th house. Neptune is the planet of nebulousness, illusion, imagination. It also represents dreams. The fact that this is in your 12th house, it's limitation, repression, karma, secret. It's the house of secret enemies. It's also the house of secrets that you keep from yourself and dreams. So you may have a really hard time sleeping, or you may have a hard time feeling like you've gotten rest. Like you may sleep, but you don't feel rested. Also, under this new moon energy, you've got Mercury and Jupiter in your 6th house. Mercury is the planet of movement, thought, and communication. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, achievement, and excess. Y'all, I'm sorry. My face is itching so bad. And the 6th house is the house of work and health. It also speaks to the skills and competency that you bring to the services that you provide. Aries. We've got newly retrograde planet Uranus in our first house, and the planet Uranus represents change, liberation, rebellion. It's also the planet of shocks and surprises. It rules over the internet and electricity. The first house is the house of personality, your physical body, your appearance. It is the physical embodiment of who you are. So be careful around electricity. Just saying. And you may be dealing with a lot of shocking or surprising things. It could be good, it could be bad, just depending on how it aspects to your personal chart. But we've got a long transit again with Pluto in your 10th house. Pluto is the planet of deep renewal and transformation. The 10th house is the house of career and status. It's also the house of your reputation and destiny. I look at it as the house that it's the stage that you approach the world on, and it's how the world knows you. You've also got Chiron, the Centaur asteroid, going retrograde in your 12th house with Neptune. So you could be having either really, really serious but healing dreams, or not feeling rested at all. It could be anything on that spectrum because of the planets involved and where it's happening. The 12th house is a very, not dark as in twisted, but it's dark as in shadowy, hard to see, astrologically speaking, house-wise. On the 3rd of August, we have Mars moving into your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of long-distance trips, adventure, higher education, philosophy, religion, legal system matters, and astrology, which is cool. Mars is the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression, so be careful if you're driving out there, and watch your debating on politics or religion or philosophy or borders. On the 6th, we have Venus moving into your 6th house with Mercury and Jupiter. Venus, once again, is the planet of harmony, beauty, and love in the 6th house of work and health. So you could be feeling really good and bringing in more clients for work, or getting extra hours, which is nice. From the 12th to the 17th, we have the Jupiter-Chiron opposition going on between your 6th and your 12th house. The 6th house is the house of work and health. The 12th house is the house of karma, repression, limitation, self-undoing, and secret enemies. So you may be dealing with work frenemies. You could be dealing with a hard time sleeping, so you're having a hard time getting to work. You could be dealing with a hard time sleeping because you're not feeling well. It could be many, many different situations that play out in that energy. It's a broad area. But during this time, we have Saturn going station direct at 9 degrees Sagittarius on top of the fixed star Antares, and that's why I've got the Sagittarius vlog listed below. I really suggest you go watch this. But this will be happening in your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of long-distance trips, higher education, philosophy, religion, adventure, or questing. It could be legal system issues or dealing with astrology. It could be an abrupt realization of truth, dealing with religion, borders, boundaries, even sports issues. There might be something going on with the Olympics around that time. One last astrological thing of note is the full moon lunar eclipse will be occurring on August the 18th at 25 degrees Aquarius, and that is your 11th house. For you, Aries, the 11th house speaks to friendship, groups, future wishes, goals, and dreams, bucket list type energy, also the memberships and associations that you belong to. So, heads up. That's what's going on for you astrologically speaking. I'm going to get my hands on the tarot cards and go ahead and get my shuffle on for you. I'll be right back. Hang tight, Aries. Hey Aries, I'm back with the cards. I've been shuffling and meditating, asking Spirit to bring forth the general messages for my Aries brothers and sisters, because I'm an Aries sun. This is for the Leo new moon. Okay, there's a card that flipped out. There's another one. Gonna go ahead and cut the last ones. The bottom card for the underlying theme or the overarching energy. I wanted to say enemy. What in the world? That's not cool. But I did, oh goodness, maybe that was a Freudian slip, because there's a lot of 12th house energy. Secret enemies could be coming forth, y'all. I'm just saying. Comment down below what happens. I'm going to keep my guard up. Y'all watch. For my Aries. I can't have half the deck fall, y'all. This one? Cool. Alright. Okie doke. I was writing down the numbers so when I break down this reading, when I break down the numerology of this reading, y'all, I cannot speak. This is bothering me. I do a lot of talking, so I should be able to articulate. It's just, I don't know, it's like my tongue wants to fall asleep or something. I don't know. Sorry. Will do my best to enunciate and articulate. Now, you had two cards just kind of pop out of the deck, which was cool. We'll get to that in a second. The first card you got, the underlying card, or the overarching energy card, is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is the presentation of a new idea or a new message coming to you. Swords energy represents air sign energy for me. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It doesn't have to be this sign. It could be their moon or their rising sign, or they could just have a lot of air energy in their chart. You will not know that unless you've looked at their natal chart. The Ace of Swords right here, it could be, this Ace of Swords could be coming from the silver lining of a bad situation, or a situation where you had to find the silver lining. This could be the result of you digging for that silver lining. The Ace of Swords is the beginning of something. It's the initiation point. You are having 9th house energy. 9th house energy does speak to the legal system, and the swords always make me think of the justice system and the legal system. It doesn't have to be that, but there is a lot of 9th house energy. There are a lot of words being spoken in whatever is going on right now. It could be verbally, it could be a lot of thought, it could be a lot of travel. But this is just the initiation point. This is the beginning, which is nice. I love this card, especially because it was the first one that popped out for you. The first of your top 3 for clarity is the 4 of Wands, upright. This makes me think of the Olympics, first off, just because of how they're kind of standing in the victory pose and holding their bouquets up and wearing their kind of olive leaf crowns or whatever. But this card normally represents the happy home, happy celebration, happy party situation. This is the banner, the celebration tent for whatever it is that is being celebrated. 4, this is the 4th card of the Wands suit. Wands represent fire energy. Fire signs are Aries, you, Leo, and Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. This is the Aries reading, so that's pretty cool. 4 speaks to the 4th house, which is home and family. Home is where you live or where you consider home. Family is either your mother or father or both, or who you consider to be parents, or it could be your immediate family, including your children and or fur babies. But this is a happy celebration card. You may be celebrating the fact that you get to go travel. Or you may be celebrating because you've won, or you're getting a message of winning a legal victory. The second card you got was this 2 of Swords, upright. The moon in the background makes me want to tell you that you need to follow your gut. The fact that her eyes are blindfolded, once again, you don't need to see the facts. You need to feel your way through this situation, and your gut will take you further than facts will right now, is what I feel with this card. The 2 speaks to the 2nd house. The 2nd house represents self-esteem, earning ability, your possessions, and money. This could be where you are weighing out 2 different options in a job, or 2 different options in going to school, or 2 different options. It's like you've got your choices narrowed down to one of 2 things, whatever it is. I feel like it's jobs because of all the 6th house energy that you've got going on. And 6th house is work and health. The majority blue background in that card definitely makes me want to tell you that this is an emotional choice for you. The 9 of Wands in reverse is your 3rd card. The 9 speaks to long-distance trips, higher education, philosophy, religion, legal system matters, adventure or questing. The Wands represent fire energy, which is you, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. Could also speak to their rising or their moon sign, or they could just have a lot of fire energy in them. The 9 upright, he looks like he's come out of a battle and is really unsure of any other path but what he's on right now. But in the reverse, I feel like you may get lost on a trip if you're driving somewhere, and you don't want to stop and ask for directions. You feel like you know the way. And that may apply to just one person, but that's what I was thinking. I heard, like, I'm not asking for directions. But, I mean, that could be literal or, figurative. You could not know which way you want to go in school, and as opposed to asking somebody for some advice, and this could be the really good advice that you would get, you're just going to sit here and try to, decide on your own. Get other people's opinions. That's always a really good... Some of the best decisions I've ever made didn't come from other people's advice. It was me sitting there listening to their advice that inspired whatever it was that I did. So it may not be that you have to go to have this person tell you what to do, but what they say may inspire you that that will help you find your way in this situation and flip this around. Don't be too proud to ask for guidance or direction. Ultimately, it's your decision. But if it's not work, then it's school, is what I feel like. And this is the ideal that you have. This is what you want. Everybody wants it. But you're not sure how you're going to make it happen. Which is very relevant for me right now. But don't be too proud to ask for help. Don't be too proud to ask for directions. Because he looks overwhelmed in this picture. His face looks definitely overwhelmed. The two cards, these two cards right here, with all of the blue in the background, it's either a lot of water or a lot of emotions. And water sign can be, well, water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And I'm thinking even more so Cancer because of this little moon right here. Whenever I see a moon, I think of Cancer because that's their ruling luminary. You got the Four of Wands and the Two of Swords. That's 6. Plus the 9 of Wands. That's 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Work and health. Yeah. Even if you're going to school, that's like your work. I know that I'm a full-time student, and that is my work. So when I read when I'm looking at my astrology, when I see sixth house stuff come up, whatever you devote your day to, that's your work. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now for the for the tarot portion, trying to tie it in with the astrology. The oracle card that we got was Come to Life, which is really pretty, and you're not going to be able to see the color gradient change, but she's right here. This is flesh colored paint right here, and everything else is in black and white. It's the number 43 card. 4 plus 3 is 7, and that speaks to the 7th house, which is partnerships, identification with others, counseling, and open enemies. You may be dealing with with like finding out about people who you thought were friends from work or school being enemies, or people who really didn't have your best interest at heart, or people who used you. The Come to Life card, for me, feels like this is definitely a rebirth process for you. That whatever path it is that you end up taking is going to make you feel like you are coming back to life, which is a beautiful feeling, Aries. Let me get the book. Beneath habitual thoughts, there is a deep, sensual, creative, and energetic awakening happening to you. It is so far beyond what the mind is now capable of controlling. Others might not like it because it shakes things up. Coming to life tends to do that. However, it is happening now, and the only real choice you have to make is how to deal with it. That's your choice. How are you going to deal with it? Coming to life means feeling. It might mean feeling joy, but it could also bring sadness, rage, or fear. It could bring all of these and more. Feelings will come and go quite swiftly when allowed to flow. You might need to paint, write, enact a ritual, sing, or dance to help your feelings and energy flow. Don't hold back. Create the space for yourself to do it. In this process, you are uncovering the artistry of the universal creator. You are honoring the sacredness of life by exploring it without restraint, and that includes the flow of feeling. You don't have to do anything with them other than express. You may want to analyze, or you may not. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're getting in touch with the feeling. Learning how to access your feelings allows you to learn how to access your intuition, your creative inspiration, and genuine internal guidance. To come into your sensuality, you will need to anchor your experiences. You may be blessed with relationships that are conscious enough to be interested in your journey in a constructive rather than controlling or undermining way. If so, talk, converse, and share. If not, then you will need to be more resourceful in how you support yourself through your awakening process, at least until you attract someone more conscious into your life. It is likely that these connections are already on their way, just because you are working with the energy of this oracle deck. You can support your own process by scheduling time for yourself and keeping to it like you would the most important date with destiny. So get to writing in your journal, do your dances and paint your pictures, create your creations, be kind to your body, listen to it, and let it be alive. Even in the times of pain, know that there will also be ecstasy and bliss as the process of healing and awakening continues. The message of this oracle is be alive. Don't imagine you can go back to sleep. You are too awake for that now, and there is no falling back into the old ways. You need a deeper connection with your own instincts, body, feelings, and intuitions so that you can receive this new calling. And you can trust in it too. Embrace it, and it will embrace you. Oh, Aries. This is a major turning point for you, work and health-wise. And it's going to be a shock to you personally. And I say that because of Uranus in your first house. I don't know how this is going to play out individually for me, and I'm an Aries sun, but I'm sure you'll hear about it come sometime sooner or later. If it's truly traumatic, I'm sure I'll do a vlog about it. But Aries, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it was empowering and enlightening for you. I hope that you truly enjoyed it. I very much appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Don't forget to go check out those videos that I've got linked in the description below, because there is some information in there that you could find very, very helpful and resourceful. I'm going to have all of this time stamped. I'll be around for the full moon. Just thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Be kind to you and be kind to one another. I'll be around soon for the full moon forecast. But until then, namaste, Aries.